between Don Lemon, the protesters, and the church in Saint Paul, Minnesota. That happened before the actual arrest and before the actual charges were announced. So now that we have the speculation out of the way from the Attorney General of Civil Rights, let's look and see what actually took place inside the church.
This is the beginning of what's going to happen here. When you violate people's due process, when you pull people off the street, you start dragging them and hurting them and not abiding by the Constitution, when you start doing all of that, people get upset and angry. And if you remember what the Civil Rights Movement was about, the Civil Rights Movement was about these very kinds of protests. There's nothing in the Constitution that tells you what time you can protest. You can protest at any time. That's the whole point of it, is to disrupt, it's to make uncomfortable. And that's what they're doing. And that's what I believe when I say everyone has to be willing to sacrifice something. You have to make people uncomfortable in these times. If you see how uncomfortable people uncomfortably...
And that's not even the only part that happened. He also interrogated the pastor. Not the pastor they were actually after, who it was said was ICE supervisor, which I'm not sure if there's any actual evidence of that either. He was interrogating the main pastor. And, the one with the microphone. Why is that okay during somebody's, time of worship? It's not journalism at that point. You're actually taking part in interrupting somebody's church service. You're just an asshole. You're not a journalist. Fucking scumbag.